Yeah, because they're just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
This one?
That simple thing.
Yeah.
That you really can't go wrong with it. It's just there's nothing wrong with it. It's just gonna attack your cup, right? Mm-hmm. I'll use this, use something like this, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Most of my accessory work these days is just with the martial arts belt, but we can use this.
We need to grab one of these martial arts belts.
Let's just go like this. So what I'll do is martial arts belt's great because it's nice and soft, right? It's not going to cut you, and I just leave it set up. So what I'll do is I'll get like do you have all 2-inch holes? You got a 1 inch? You got a 1 inch?
We don't have a 1 inch.
Okay, something like I'd get some kind of a block or something so that, or like tie it around like a stick or something so it makes a wedge. Okay, and then have it run through your base like this, right? So this is like you got like something that'll hold it here, and I just have a pile of weights, and I just have them sitting on the floor like this.
Yeah.
And I'd have 2 piles. I'd have one for rising, and I have one for pronation.
Okay.
And I would just leave them there.
Okay.
And I wouldn't change much about them. But I'll do it differently today just because of what we got.
You put that in there.
Oh no, this will work just fine. It's fine. Yeah, just for showing you. Like a strap is okay, but I just find a judo belt is nice and comfortable.
Okay.
Right, so this is one of the lifts I'll do. So I go through like this. Okay. And so whenever I do my lifts, just to keep things so they're standard all the time, because the more you do it, the more you're gonna cheat, and the more you're gonna try and lift more weight. Not important. Okay, you want for consistency, I'm gonna have my arm perpendicular. Is that right? Is that the right word? Parallel. That's it. I always get those two confused. So I'll have my my forearm parallel to the floor, right? Because if you start changing that angle, it'll change the lift, right? So right on my knuckle. Okay. Now, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set right, kind of in the position that I'll be. Okay, and then I'll kind of just drive, bang, that's it. That is the lift right there. That is it. That's all the work. That's it. Single, bang, done. Okay. Then I'll go over to my next pile. Okay. And I'll get my pronation lift. Same thing. I can put it on the inside of my leg, or I can even put it outside like this. Okay. And it's just a bang. That's it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna work with the weight that's about 90%. About 90%, because I don't want to fail.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to get in that single mentality, the singles, comfortable singles. Right.
You do how many a day?
I space it. For me, it's like lifestyle, right? Like I'm doing it every day, all throughout the day. So maybe like every 20 minutes, sometimes every 40 minutes. But I don't pressure myself. If I got to do something, I'll do it. I'll go for a walk. I'll come back. If I'm going to go for a walk, I'll do a lift. I'll go for a walk. I'll come back. I'll do a lift. I'll carry on with my day. I'll check my emails. I'll do my administration, whatever I got to do. But every opportunity that I have, single, every once in a while, I'll throw in a cup. Very rarely.
Yeah.
I don't want to confuse my body too much. I arm wrestle, right? Arm wrestle all the time. But for that, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create like, I guess it's like I call it an icebreaker, right? That's like the pointy edge of my strength, right? And everything from there is kind of secondary, right? This is the cutting edge. To me, it doesn't matter what style you arm wrestle. Like if I'm even gonna arm wrestle in a hook or a press, this is still probably going to help you more than like doing the actual, because it's going to help you get into your move. Yeah, okay. So You wanna try?
Yeah,
and
I'll try it.
Yeah. So and I know this is gonna be probably light for you, but I don't care. Like, you'll just get the form right.
Okay, so
Let's go for the yep.
so
You can do it like that. But what I like to do is I like to put my wrist through first.
Okay.
Yep. And then from here, okay, make the fold nice. Yep. Have it come on up over the top of your knuckles. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right over the top like
Yep, right there. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Yep. And now you can wedge it. Now what I don't want to do is I don't want to be like prying like off the middle of the bone, right? So I'll either go here or here, wherever. Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't even need to sit.
Okay.
You can stand and do it. It's fine.
Either way?
Either way, yeah.
Okay. So it's just right here, keeping it.
That's it. And that's way more than you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, like as long as you can take that amount of load, and even if you get it up off the floor a centimeter,
Yeah.
success.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just about your muscles can take that much force without starting to open or separate.
So
And that
you think I should go for a max and then calculate the 90% and work on that?
I don't even think you got to think about it too much.
Okay.
What you want to do, like just in very vague terms, is you want to lift the heaviest weight you can comfortably do. Feels good. You're not breaking form, and you can play with it, right? Like you wake up in the morning, start at like a comfortable single. As the day goes on, every time I do it, I'll try and do my heaviest lift before I go to bed, right? So I wake up, I do something I know I can do, tiny bit more, tiny bit more, tiny bit more. If I'm on, like if I do the lift, but I'm not happy with it, I'll stay on that level.
Okay.
I won't progress. It's not important for me to break records every day. It's important for me to let my body know that what I'm asking of it in a safe way that I can replicate over and over and over. So, yeah.
So I can't overdo this move.
You
So
can,
I do it.
so long as you stay with good form
Yeah.
and it feels good to you, you cannot overdo it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were to start banging out singles that were hard and to failure, yeah, you're gonna overdo it. If it starts to if you'll know, you're gonna want to do it. That's the way I look at it. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm so excited to do my lifts because I know it makes me stronger. I'm looking forward. It's one of the reasons I get out of bed. I'm like, I gotta get downstairs. I want to do my lifts, and all throughout the day, I'm looking forward to the next time I get to do my lift. Next time I get to do my lift, and that's how you know you're doing it right. You should be looking forward to it. Shouldn't be something that you dread, and that's how you know you got your intensity right. If you're starting to worry about your lift and you're starting to be like, take it down.
Okay.
It's not important. Failure is not what you're looking for. You're looking for consistency. You're looking at training your body to do single high intensity, single lifts where your body is understanding what you're asking it to do. Yeah. And that's how I'll train. Basic. Now things change, okay? Okay, you're not gonna always do the same thing, but this is something that you may always come back to throughout your entire career. This ability to rise up with great force is what wins world championships. Okay, this is what all the class winners have. They look at all the best guys. They all have this high knuckle ability, and that leads to the roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so what's that one?
Yeah.
You had that one.
Right.
and
So that one you can take it off your wrist.
Okay.
Yep. Now put it around your thumb only.
Like this.
So that's supination.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. But with both. Yeah. So get it right out of there. Get it right out of there. Get it right out of there.
Okay.
Just like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Just wrapped around the thumb.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
Same thing.
Exactly.
The wrist looks okay. That
Yeah. Yeah.
So just,
Yeah. That's it. And you see how you're curling it? You don't really have to think like I'm not thinking about curling it. I'm thinking about kind of getting it set, okay? And then I'm like doing that. Like I'm kind of locking my body, and I might like move my leg a little bit to kind of create that drive through my arm. I spend a lot of thought about thinking about my thumb. Okay, like as I'm doing this lift, my thumb is kind of squeezing
Squeezing down.
down. Yeah. Like you need to control your thumb when you do this lift. Yeah.
You cup it in like that?
Yeah, and see how you're turned over a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Go like this. Go, no, the other way.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're trying to replicate center of the table. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful lift. Okay. Now watch this. So do you remember yesterday when I was arm wrestling you? And like, remember how a lot of times when you arm wrestle, people are like, get your elbow inside your body, right? But with me, sometimes I'll get my elbow outside my body.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you pronate and when you do these lifts, you can kind of replicate that just a little bit. I'll show you. Just in the way you position your body. So this is one way you can do it, right? So that this is kind of straight, okay? But see this, I can go outside my body. See, so now it's like,
Okay.
so that would on the table, it'd be like I was here,
Yeah.
right? Which
Different angle.
it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try that actually. Is it like that?
Beautiful.
Out.
Yeah. Now remember, yes. Nice. 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 Perfect. Perfect. So what you do is really like, look at, you're not in a rush, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was more your age and I wanted to push so bad. Patience, man. Patience. If you are lifting heavy weight for singles, your body's going to make changes, okay? Well, you know, you're a champ already at all this stuff. So all that stuff you know about powerlifting, same thing. Just that's your lift, that's your lift.
Okay.
You nail those lifts, direct transfer to the table.
Okay.
Anytime like guys are posting gym lifts that are arm wrestlers, they post heavy lifts like this, I'm like, God damn. Because there's no counter. There's no counter. Like if a guy can like have his knuckles up and do 100 pounds right away, I'm like, well, it looks like I'm holding on to him, you know? Looks like that's the game we're gonna play if he opens with that. And that's a position you always wanna have.
Yeah.
Now, so like I said, that's when everything is optimal. Table time, singles. If it's not always gonna be like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hurt. For sure you're gonna get hurt, and then you just change your rep range.
Okay.
Then you cut it way back. Some of the best periods of my life, I work out with less than 20 pounds. You know, work out with like 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and just pumping, just blood flow. Same movements, but you're gonna do movement, and with the thumb one, you're gonna do a lot of movement through the thumb. You're gonna blow your thumb up.
With the lighter weight.
Yeah, and if you like, you can do those periodically as well. They're great just to augment, like if you're not getting enough table time, like if you're on the road or something and you want to just, you know, or if the singles start to get a bit much, right? Because if you do singles all the time and nothing else, you might start to develop something where you just feel like you need to do a little bit more. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah, but basically it's very simple. Yeah, it's very simple.
So I could use this just like a belt or any
Yep.
kind of belt. But
Yep.
a
I
karate
like
belt's
to keep
better.
it I find like for me, so much of getting it done is administration. It has to be administratively super easy and super simple. That's why I just set it up and I leave it. I have this stuff set up in my house, and my boy actually does it with me. So I've got my piles, my boy's got his piles, and we just, at any point, we don't need to change anything, we don't need to do anything, we can go over and do it, and it's so easy, it fits into our life. That's a big part of
And
it.
do you find that it's easy to replicate in other places too?
So easy.
So you can go out on the road and do stuff like this, no problem.
Super easy. Yeah, it's probably one of the most basic lifts, but I would say that it's a lift that, well, that's your icebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you know how to arm wrestle, and if you want to augment your arm wrestling, man, more rise, more roll. You can do cup too,
Yeah.
Cup is definitely important. It definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's one thing that will screw with the guy more than anything,
Mm-hmm.
it's having to hold on to him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry this lesson is so
No,
simple.
no.
It's a very simple lesson.
So like, say because I do lift like other weights, can I
Yeah.
do it in between sets?
Yeah, man. Whatever. You
Doesn't
can
matter.
you can throw this in whenever.
Okay.
Like, yeah. This just. I mean, look at me. I'm like just totally specialized. I'm
Yeah.
all in on arm wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing. I'm just doing right hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can fit that in anywhere, anyhow. Yeah.
When I'm watching TV, just
Whatever.
pick it up.
Whatever. Have it in your house. Have a pile here. Have a pile just dedicated, so no matter what, you can just go over and do it. Just
Yeah.
go over and do it, and don't and I'd write the number down as well. I'd have your PR written down,
Mm-hmm.
so that every once in a while you kind of break it. But
Okay.
even when you break it,
Yeah.
I would break it easy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't go for that fail lift. I'd go for I'd only break it when I knew I could break it, and I could break it with probably still another 2% in the tank, 3% in the tank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before a big match, are you ever trying to hit and break it?
I will, in an ideal world, before I do a big match. Now, it changes as you age.
Yeah.
So I will hit my peak at 47, in the gym. I might hit it 6 or 7 weeks from an event.
Yeah.
And then from there, I will slowly become safe.
Okay.
Whereas, when I was in my mid-20s, I was hitting that peak probably 10 days, 2 weeks before an event. And then as I was in my 30s, 2.5, 3 weeks. But yeah, ideally you want to come to some kind of a peak,
Mm-hmm.
and then do some kind of a download potentially. There's a lot of ways to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure, I mean, the long run,
Mhm.
you're trying to get stronger and stronger. So you're going to
Yeah.
have to.
But it's longevity. You don't have to do it right then and there. It's about progressing slowly.
You only have so many real PRs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you might as well have them in competition. Yeah.
Okay.
Because normally when you have a real PR, a real legit PR, something's going to fail. Some part, it's going to be hard on your body. Harder than the stimulus that you get for it comes at a great cost, right? Like a PR is an expensive toll on your body,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I'd say save those. Normally work at 90-some%,
Mhm.
where the cost isn't as high, but the stimulus is still pretty on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and powerlifting the same way. It's
Yeah.
really taxing when you go for your
Right.
1 rep max. So you usually set it based on your 1 rep max, 70-80%, whatever
Right.
it is. So
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, same deal, same stuff.
Okay.
And I've seen, and you can play with it. This is just what I'm doing now. You can do all the stuff that works in powerlifting.
Mhm.
It's all gonna work. 3s and 10s,
Yeah.
fucking whatever.
Mhm.
You can do periodization with it. There's a million ways to do it. I just find that this is super simple.
Yeah.
Super simple and super condensed. It works.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's the best I can give you, man. It's the best I can give you. Holding on like this.
Mhm.
You should be past the person.
Mhm.
You don't squeeze anything.
Mhm.
It should be floating,
Okay.
right? So this is good exercise, but in my opinion, not a good technical replication of what you should be feeling at the table.
Okay.
This is better. This is better. Very simple, but probably the most accurate is a multi-spin. So
When you're saying multi-spin, are you talking like a rolling thunder? Just
no. You
you
know what a
said-
multi-spinner is?
Because we have one of those.
So I'll show you. We can make one very easily. We can make a multi-spinner out of anything.
You use that a lot usually?
Multi-spinner?
Mhm.
I used multi-spinner for years and years and years and years and years. I use a multi-spinner a ton when I think I've got to do inside work. Depends on the opponent.
Okay.
So if I know an opponent that I'm going against is inside arm wrestler, and they're a strong inside arm wrestler, I will probably kind of lower my technique a little bit so I can come in and like Jerry Cataract, for example.
Yeah.
If I knew I had a match with Jerry, I wouldn't do this shit.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to fight me there.
Mm-hmm.
Best way to beat Jerry Cataract with a press inside, got to commit hard, lots of wrist. There's just technical. You got to be close to them. So
Taking his wrist, is it?
he'll give it to you.
He'll give it to you.
Jerry? Oh yeah. You go after his wrist, he'll give it to you, and in the meanwhile, he'll get his shoulder so far behind it that he'll get on your arm.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to go with him.
Can you
have to,
end this?
right? So this kind of thing. Now you can get multi-spinners. You can make one a whole lot better than this, but this will give you kind of the idea of what we're talking about.
The multi-spinner, that would simulate maybe like PVC pipe or something? Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
What, like a 2-inch, 1-inch?
Yeah, two. Depending on your weight category, you want it to replicate the size of your opponent's hand.
Okay. And when I'm in the 190, 198, it's a lot different than pulling.
It can be.
Yeah.
It can be. You got guys like Alan Fisher's.
His
160.
hands are huge.
Stupid.
I've never pulled them, but.
Stupid. Right, so this is like multi-spinner work, okay? Right, so see how I'm not having to hold it? I don't have to hold it. But, this kind of thing, that's like strap arm wrestling, drag.
It's the same, pretty much identical.
Yeah, really close. Right, so if I know that I want to pull inside, if I know I want to pull inside and I want to pull inside in the strap, this is probably the best exercise right here. Just bang, bang, just like that. Yeah.
Gorilla
try.
style.
Yeah. So first, how do we go? On the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Use something like that. Now, never exactly thumb on this side always.
Okay.
You never hold it, right? Okay. And we'll wrap like this. We'll go low, okay? So you can go high or low with the multi, right?
Depending
So,
on hook or top roll.
what's
right?
that?
Supinator pro.
Right. So if you're going low, that's probably going to be an inside
That
move.
feels on my more pinky.
Exactly.
Almost a little bit more.
And if you wrapped it so it's high, that's going to be like a cupping top roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So get nice and close to it, just and get super compact. There you go. Yeah. There you go. That's it. Yeah. You can throw a little bit more. That's it.
Okay.
Beautiful. Right.
Wow.
Yeah. And try and keep more flat.
Flat like
instead of kind of pulling it in like open, kind of get behind it and just almost straight down. Like
that.
oh, no. Watch this. So here, turn it like this. Yes.
Okay.
There. That's better.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good.
I feel that all.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, and that's a good way to pull if you're gonna pull in a strap
Yeah.
and you're an inside puller.
Okay.
So if you get diesel strong like that, but you got to be able to acquire the strap, right? So you still got to be able to do all your high slips, okay? And then from in the set, you want to post high, get deep, and then boom, there you go. There's your drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
It's a great move.
I need to get one of the
Multis?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can order them, or you can make one. It's super simple.
Okay.
Yeah, really easy to do. You can even look online, see what they look like, and just replicate it.
That's all we need, really, for the arm wrestling.
If the guy bounces off you, you don't move,
Yeah.
it's over. Yeah. And I'm just going to use the light one. But whenever I go on the road, I have I'll use a red, a blue, a green. I'll travel with them. I'll stack them before I go to bed. I'll do the same wraps, right? So like this,
Okay.
just get the blood through, do 25, 35, switch, okay? And with this is where I really blow my thumb up with bands, right? So I pump,
So that's
pump,
working your thumb right
pump,
there.
fuck yeah,
Really?
right? And it's working your pronation chain,
Okay.
right? But this is the end of the pronation chain, through the thumb, that's what you're gonna feel, right? Yeah, pump, 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 30, 40, throw another band on, stack, go up the top, boom, bring it back down. At the end, 25 minutes, you got a fully swole. Yeah, you'll be fully swole up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do when I travel. I
Yeah.
travel with bands,
Okay.
just because it's easy.
Warming up too, like when you're before a competition. Do you Just warm it up.
Yeah. To each their own there.
Yeah.
I personally don't like to warm up. I don't like to. I feel like mentally I warm up a ton. I posturally change. Like when I'm gonna fight, like I'll start to move differently. Like I'll tighten up. I'll start to just feel combative. I'll probably just start to think about it a whole lot. I'll make sure my body's warm. But the thing is, if you're gonna do a super match, which is most of the stuff that I'm doing, like you got a lot of rounds, and you can treat the setup as a warm up. You know, like we come together, okay, a little bit, we're warming up, right? Step away from the table.
Yeah.
You know, this is a warm up. Round one, it doesn't matter until you're 3, and just know that you will, by the time the match is done, potentially you're left with nothing. So I don't want to spend anything. I don't want to spend anything before the match.
Does it change at all for you if it's tournament versus super match though?
I'm not a big fan of warming up.
Okay.
I never have been, and I know that people can debate this, but
Not a big fan.
not a big fan.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of warming up. I'm a big fan of being warm. I'm a big fan of being ready.
Yeah.
I have not yet felt the requirement to do it so much. Normally by the time I'm warming up, like I'm ready, my posture changes, I'll start to do things with my body, you know, like
You're not completely cold.
No, I'm not cold.
Just not.
I'm not doing any kind of pre-fatigue. I'm not making anything burn. I'm not doing much, man. No, you want to be tight, explosive, not fatigued. Like, you feel guys, like when you arm wrestle, you give them one match, they're not the same. You know, like arm wrestling, you've got to be tight. This beforehand, where I'm breathing just a lot more, and I'll just charge my body. I'll have like extra oxygen,
Okay.
you know, so I go into it in just like a higher state.